everybody. Okay, let's see how this webcam goes. This will be interesting to see if it can figure out and focus. If all else fails, we'll switch over to the other one. All right, it's struggling. All right. Hopefully it figures itself out. No, it's going to be a real pain, isn't it? Okay. Teething. There we go. Yay! Hello, everybody. Oh, goodness. All right. Let me just double check. Make sure you can hear me. Let's see how we go. All right. Gotta love those intermediate, just getting used to things going, right? How are you going? Hi, Miller. Lovely to see you, honey bunch. How are you today? How are you? How are you? How are you? I hope you've had a brilliant day. I can't remember where you are in the world. All right. Now that we've got those initial bits sorted, hopefully everybody can hear me okay and it's all running all good. Yeah. Gotta love it, huh? Gotta love it. All right. So if you wish to donate and get yourself a little bit of an extra reading, extra long reading. Oh, goodness. Let's pop it back up in here because I forgot. I put it in my intro. I got that far. Oh, goodness. Let's go. Copy. And paste. Save. And now we'll show that. Yay. And now we'll jump over to share. Because we love it there. We love it. Hi, Carrie. Have you had a good day, Carrie? I hope you have. Alright, let me just chuck this little comment in here. Make sure we can pin it to the top so people know what to do. Okay. All of those can disappear, please. Thank you. Appreciate that. I have no idea how to pin things to the top. I don't know how to do that. Oh, well. It's in there. Cool. It's in the show notes. That will do. That will do, my friends. Okay. We'll start that one. Yay. Gotta love it. All right. Let's do a general reading. Get everybody warmed up. Let's see how we're going for a beautiful Friday night. See, Mila, there's so much that is done behind the scenes that you just have no bloody idea about until you're actually doing it yourself. And then suddenly it's like, oh, goodness gracious. I don't know how to do that. And I don't know how to do that. Oh, well. Ooh, wow. Cool. Doesn't make my readings any less effective or on point. I know, right? Technology. All right. Let's see what's going on for people in the world right now. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So first of all, we've got the third eye chakra that's come out. So this is about allowing you to see all the forms of love in the world. Okay, so you can actually see it through your third eye. It's okay to perceive that in the world. There's, you can see the forms of love through all different things, through all the signs and symbols out there. And you can actually allow yourself, what it's saying here is, please allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to see the rainbows. Allow yourself to see the signs and the synchronicities. Allow yourself to really indulge in that space where you can really, truly allow yourself to feel the unconditional love from the things that you see. Okay. The next thing we've got right now is a sacral chakra card. And here they're talking about being very aware of your body's sensitivity to chemicals and other energies right now. So there's a massive shift. I'm sure you're aware of it. There's a massive shift that's happened in the world recently where we have literally gotten enough people to be awake, to be aware, to be conscious of what's going on, that we have literally gone from one timeline to another. And it is such an exciting time. And so within that, our bodies have changed a lot. And so you might find that there are foods that you once liked that you no longer like. You might come out in rashes and things like that, whereas you didn't before when you ate certain foods or were around certain things. You might find that your nose is a bit more sensitive than it used to be. So just be aware of that. And within that, thank you, Mila. I will do you a nice big reading in a moment. And so you just be really aware of your body's reactions to things at the moment. So that's something that's coming up for the group. Again, the love. We've got the twin flame card that's coming up. So along with this big timeline shift that's happened, there's you're bringing into question a lot of stuff around relationships right now, whether that be work relationships or whether it be romantic relationships. It doesn't really matter. They are all in the same realm at the moment. You're sort of going through that discerning space at the moment, and that's okay. We go through that every now and then. It's just that right now it's very, very high and within the group. And the last card that we've got for a general reading right now is workshops and seminars. So this is also a time of a lot of learning for a lot of people. They're waking up, they're going through a big space of shifting and changing their perspectives and how they're actually functioning in the world. And with that comes a lot of having to integrate some new knowledge. So that's really exciting for all of those people who have just stepped into the world of consciousness. And that's so exciting for people like me and my friends and people who have been in this world for many, many years to see so many newbies coming through. And it's just really exciting for us to actually help encourage, empower you to continue to shift, change, grow in an even faster place. And know that there is actually support out there for you. So thank you for choosing to do that. And let's do a little yummy smummy card, okay? I call these my yummy cards because they smell amazing. They were in the same box that had all my crystals and incense and stuff like that. So let's see. Card for the collective, please. Okay, cool. So we've got guidance. Okay, so for all you ones that are out there at the moment who are new into the spiritual realm, please seek out people who have been in the spiritual sector for a long time. Seek out those that light you up. And remember that the guidance that you receive, just check to see if it's actually true for you. That's one of the most important things, is to actually just check in with yourself. All right, so there's lots of yummy things happening in the world right now. We have our very first donated reading. Thank you so much, Mila. So freaking grateful for you. Yay! Guess what, Mila? You popped my cherry. Do you have a question in particular that you'd like me to have a look at? Or is it general? What would you like, honey bunch? Hi, Holly. Lovely to see you. Okay. Let's have a look, see. What temperature did you get to today, Mila? Hi, Amanda. Hello, Brooke. How are you, bud? Oh, 11 degrees. It was even colder than here today. I think we got to maybe 13, 14, maybe 15 this afternoon. The sun actually came out. It was lovely. Ooh, Mila. Mila, you're going into a lot of form and structure right now, honey. And you're buying into a lot of other people's points of views. Yeah. Can't text Sherry. I can't understand that, Brooke. So yeah, Mila, you're diving into other people's belief systems a little bit. So you may want to have a look and figure out, find some tools that teach you how to learn what is true for you. That's what's coming through from your team to start off with, before I've even looked at any of these cards, okay? So you may even, I don't know if you've ever read a book called The Values Factor by John DeMartini. It's an incredible book for figuring out what is actually important to you. So if you find that things are constantly going wonky in your world, like you think, oh no, this is a great opportunity, and then it all goes to shit, it's more than likely, it doesn't actually matter what that opportunity was really. If it's not matching your core values, then it will not succeed. Okay. And if your core values aren't actually yours, it also will go a bit wonky and awry. All right. So that's what I'm sort of getting. There's a lot of tension back here, which tells me that you're in other people's worlds. Okay. So let's have a look at these cards that have come out. We've got the Freedom card. Okay, the Frangipani card, freedom. So again, it's learning the freedom of your own heart and being able to express that. Because if you actually do allow yourself to express and have your freedom within what you do and what you believe and how your heart works, you'll actually get the longevity So that's the next card. Okay, so your longevity is, when looking at that in conjunction with freedom, if you're allowing your heart to sing, if you're allowing your heart to sparkle, that will actually really, and bring that through to the values, your true values, you'll get really, really long-lasting results from that. But if you're not allowing your own heart and voice to be free and expressing yourself openly without that sort of fear of or worry of anybody else coming in, and the only way you get over that is by practicing. Okay, you've got to practice allowing your voice to be heard. You've got to practice just going, you know what, fuck you. You can take your opinion. Thank you for that point of view. I'm going to keep going over here where I'm actually feeling nice and light and sparkly. Thank you very much. Okay, so yes, you have to build up your self-confidence a little bit more and practice. Just learning different ways to say no, different ways so that you're not, for want of a better way to say this, self-respect. Okay, so you're actually respecting yourself, you're honoring yourself, and you're being truthful for yourself. Okay, because the next card that comes up is respect, funnily enough. All right, so while I was trying to find that word, I just had to look down at the card and find it. So yeah, in respecting yourself, you'll actually be able to be honoring, to be vulnerable with yourself, to have the trust and the allowance for you to continue to be in your freedom of telling your truth and respecting and honoring yourself. The next card that we've got here is the action card. So while all the stuff that I've said is like, oh yeah, that's true, yeah, that's cool, now's the time to actually step up and take action. This massive timeline change that we've had means that anything that you wish to create and focus on, remember what we focus on, the energy flows there. Okay, so what you focus on is going to be created even faster than ever before. All right, so if you're focusing on somebody else's points of view, somebody else's belief systems, that's going to get created even more so for you, and the wonks around that are going to get created even faster. All right, so this is kind of like a word of caution that to be really aware of exactly what you are creating, what you're focusing on, what is the energy of the life that you truly desire. Okay, once you start tapping into that, when these different opportunities come up that you can tap into, those possibilities that you can tap into, you know, then you really truly can know, okay, that matches that energy of the life that I truly desire. Okay, great, I'm going to choose that. And so in amongst all of that, what do you know? You find you. This is why the show is called Find You Fridays, because it's about finding you, you know. So what I would suggest to you is write this down now. What does the energy of my life feel like? All right, so what does the energy of my life feel like? And if anybody else wants to play with that, they can too. So of my life that, oops, I spot the one finger typer. Desire, feel like it. There you go. All right. So what does the energy of my life that I truly desire feel like? All right. So if you start tapping into that and start writing it down, get into that intuitive writing, okay? And just write that down on the top of your page and then start writing keywords, feelings. You can even just scribble drawings or whatever. For me, one of the things of the energy of the life that I truly desire, how it feels, is like this morning when I was driving to my paid work, my reno work, and there was this rainbow and it followed me the whole way there. And I was just like, oh, wow. That's part of the energy of the life, of the energy of the life that I truly desire. That's what it feels like. Hi, Angelita. Hi. Thank you, sweet pea. Thank you for coming in and adding to the magic. I appreciate you. So yeah, have a play with that tool, okay? So everybody else who's on right now, if you'd like to have a reading and a little bit more extended reading, feel free to pop a little payment through on the old PayPal link there. Now, let's do a yummy card for Mila. You're welcome, sweet pea. Let's just do a little yummy card. Smells for Mila. Oops, not that one. Whoop, here it is. Sharing. So, my dear, sharing the true you. Again, your team is telling you to please share. Please share your true heart. Please share your true voice. Please share your magic with everybody. Here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you for donating, paying for a little reading for me. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Alrighty. Let's see. Just love how this PayPal stuff works. It's so handy, isn't it? All right, let's have a look. See. That's what I was going to do. All right, so I'm going to teach you a little tool right now. And we'll have and for some of you, you already know this tool because if you've been playing with me for a little while, and others, this may be new to you. So I'd like you to just take a big deep breath in right now. And just imagine as you breathe in. Aw, thank you, Brooke. I appreciate you. So as you breathe in, imagine Mother Earth energy is moving all the way up through your body, okay? And as you breathe out, Father Sky energy moving all the way down from your crown all the way to your feet. Breathing in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way to the top of your head and out the top. And as you breathe out, Father Sky moving down. And once more, Mother Earth moving up. And Father Sky moving down. Now, I don't know about you, but that actually makes me feel really warm, really balanced. And that's the point of that little breathing exercise, is it allows your body to remember what it feels like to have a balance between the masculine and the feminine energies. Okay. So many of us women have been in our masculine energies for a really long time. And we've forgotten what it means and what it feels like to have the balance between masculine and feminine. For many of us, beautifully strong, incredible women out there, we are in our masculine. And in a lot of cases, we are strong because we had to be. We were in situations that was not safe. And I appreciate that strength that you are. Okay, but now is the time to balance. It's time to balance out those masculine and feminine energies, okay? Because we can't, if you're out there looking for love, okay, and you've not got a partner, and you're like, why can't I get a boyfriend? Talking to the ladies here, Okay, you're out there going, why can't I find myself a boyfriend? Here's the thing. If you're so strong in your masculine, males out there have no place to fill. They can't compliment you. It's not about completing. Just getting that straight. It's about they can't come up to you and meld with you nicely. They can't dance with you because their role is already taken. So you have to learn how to soften. You have to remember how to be in your feminine. Once you remember how to be in your feminine, then you start attracting, because then you also feel safe and secure within yourself, right? And once you feel safe and secure within yourself, you don't tend to be looking for a guy so much anyway. And then, what do you know? They pop up out of nowhere because they have a place. They can feel that that spot is open for them. Okay. Dancing with possibilities, hey? Maybe I'll change it to that instead of embed with possibilities. Alrighty. Let's see. Amanda, my sweet, would you like me to do a little reading for you, sweetie? Here I am. Yes, you are. And beautiful. Okay, would you like me to look at anything in particular or just a general? Let's see what pops out. Ah, yes, Mr. Brooke. Oh, Lordy. And of course, not forgetting, if you'd like an extended reading, you feel more than welcome to pop a little donation through to the PayPal link. It goes across the screen. It's also in the show notes. There it is, just as we speak, see? PayPal me / Lorraine Hughes WWCG. Sounds like a good old radio show, doesn't it? All right. Thank you, honey. No. Here we go. So just a quick little one. Let's see what pops out for Amanda. All right. Amanda, you're taking life too freaking seriously right now. Because you have be spontaneous and have fun. All right. You're letting all of your worries and woes sit in your gut right now. And it's time to let them go. Do that breathing exercise a little bit more. Find reasons to get out there and enjoy life. All right. So having fun and being spontaneous, just listening to your body a little bit more. All right. You'll understand why I said that in a moment. And the next card is rejoice and laugh. So go find some funny things to do and be. Find some reasons to have a really bloody good laugh, because apparently that's what you're after right now. And the next little one is regenerate your body. So if you are if you are actually having fun, being spontaneous, rejoicing and laughing, you will in fact regenerate your body. So by regenerating your body, of course, everything else will seem a lot more ease. And to be quite honest, that's what life is about, actually. But it's also about remembering that there is challenge in the pleasure and pleasure in the challenge. So if you have a look at the Values Factor by John DeMartini, then you'll actually be able to really hone in on what is your value, what lights you up, what gets you out of bed in the morning, okay? And within all of that, then you'll figure out how you can best have fun in your life without adhering to everybody else's stuff. So get out there, be spontaneous, have fun, laugh heaps, and you'll make your body feel a heap better, because you'll notice these two are like the yellow-orange. So that's all your belly area, So you've got some belly stuff going on where you're just holding a lot of tension and a lot of emotions. It's time to use some laughter. It's actually a lovely lady in Adelaide who does laughter therapy, I think. And I remember her from one of my business connection circles. So you may want to look her up or look up laughter therapy. And I think there is a couple of people in Adelaide that do that, where you actually just get to stand around and do like fake laughing until it's real laughing. But it's really good at letting their emotions out. Let me find you a yummy card. Okay, something for Amanda. Oh, there it is. Oh, and soften. All right. So all that tension that's in your belly, it's going to soften, okay? So let the laughter, the lightness of the laughter shift that stuff around for you, and you'll be softer in your life, and then you'll be happier in general. How does it get any better? Yes, the bladder is a good thing. It's a good way to get out of the bed. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, honey bun. All right, now let's have a looky. All right, Tina Simpson. Where does that show up? Tina. Are you still floating around, sweetie? Sweet lady, Miss Tina. Are you still here? Oh, what's your guys' favorite tea if you drink tea? I know Brooke likes his coffee. Okay, we'll just give Tina a little moment more. If she doesn't pop up, then coffee bean tea. Oh, Mila, you like chamomile. You know, I've never really gotten into chamomile. I do like a chamomile and apple, I think it is. That's really nice, but I think it's because it's got the apple in it that I enjoy it more. Yeah, and saying that, the chamomile, I think, is generally within other teas that I drink, like my sleepy time tea and stuff like that. Today I am drinking peppermint and licorice tea. And I love that you found me on YouTube, Brooke. On a big screen. How does it get any better? Oh my goodness. Oh, hello, Annette. Hello. Yay. Crystal Pyramid Psychic Fair. I love it. That's one way to get your business name out there, isn't it? Coffee, coffee, coffee. Oi, oi, oi. So Australian. Oh dear. All right. Tina, you've had your chance. Maybe she rocks background. Holly, are you still there, darling? Holly Burling, are you still floating around? Yeah, but I don't say it like that, Brooke. You know that. Yay! Okay, Holly, do you have anything you'd like me to ask questions about? Keep going on the fair page. Oh, nice. Thank you. I guess. I don't know how that works, but thank you. Oh, okie dokie, Holly. Thank you. Okay, let's see what quick Holly's team would like us to talk about today. That one just wants to jumpy, jumpy, jump. Ooh, okay. Holly. I get you questioning a lot of things right now of like, is this the right time? Like, am I supposed to be doing this or this? You've like got a couple of questions or things that are coming up for you at the moment. And your team is just saying everything is in the right place at the moment. So just, it's okay. And that to not worry so much about the past. It's like whatever's happened in the past, just let it go and start focusing on what is important to you right now. Because it's all in the right order. Okay. The next thing we've got is teaching and learning. Okay. So it's about keeping an open mind. Remember what I was saying about we've had a lot of people just going and there's like the big timeline shift, and so there's a lot of new learnings that are coming through at the moment, and a lot of people are having to upgrade their knowledge. So this is what I'm getting this is about. Okay, so there's some stuff that you are requiring to learn right now, and within that you'll actually find the answers that you're asking. Okay, so whatever is happening over on that first one, like just do a little bit more research and look into the aspects that you don't know so much about and refine your learning, your knowledge around that, and be open to new ideas. So sort of, again, forget about the past stuff, really focus on the energy of the life that you truly desire. Does that actually match that? And then start tuning in on what else you don't know so you can fill in the gaps and bring in the people that actually can help you get that knowledge. The next thing you've got is leadership. Okay, so this is very much a time where you're becoming the leader of your life. You're no longer having to rely on other people to give you everything, or leadership is about really taking responsibility for your own life and responsibility for who you be, your choices that you've made, and the situations that you've ever been in. Okay, and this is all about leadership of moving forward. So once you've tuned in to the energy of the life that you truly desire, the options that you've got going on right now, you'll find if either of them match, if none of them match, and then you can be open to some new ideas. Okay. And so, yeah, sorry about that. And it distracted me for a minute. So yeah, it's time for you to assert your leadership power and the space that you truly be. Calling in on your spirit team to assist you as well will really help with that. Okay. And let's do this one. Oh, forgiveness. All right. So forgiveness is not about releasing someone else. It's about releasing yourself from that situation and from that person or whatever it might be, whether that be a relationship, a personal relationship, whether it be a work relationship, whatever it is. There's some really cool tools that I use in my one-on-one sessions around forgiveness, and they're very, very potent and can really help that energy shift really quickly, which is amazing. And I'm so glad I have them in my tool belt. But yeah, at the end of the day, forgiveness is about allowing yourself the freedom to be you without all of those old ties and old points of views and old hurts and hurt spaces dragging you down. Okay. Oh, Brooke. Hope that helped, Holly. No, Brooke, it's only you that would love that. I don't think anybody else wants to hear me say that. Nuh-uh. Because I don't say it right for a Kiwi. Me, please, read me, feed me, he love you. I just love it. Got all these lovely people coming in to say hello and have a little read and a little watch. I love it. Thank you, everybody, for coming in to watch. This is so cool. Being my first reading show, solo, in bed with possibilities. Find you Fridays. How does it get any better? All right. Okay. All right. Annette. All right. You get 3 cards, my dear. What's up? What's up? What's up, Miss Annette? Ooh. Okay. Yes, exactly. A fisherman always needs a net. I don't know when you'll decide that. Oh, Tina's back. Okay. Annette. Thank you. All right. We've got some cards for you, my sweet. With what's happening, honey, you have to have some compassion. Compassion for everyone, including yourself. Okay? So there's some stuff happening in your world where maybe you've got a very particular point of view going on, and it's time to just soften a little bit on that one, okay? It's time to maybe let things go a little bit. Hi, Carly. And just, allow yourself to be open to different points of views, different possibilities, different ways of seeing things, okay? So that's what I'm getting there. There's the wisdom card. Again, it's about being discerning and actually having a look at this particular situation that is going on in your world, having a look at that from, again, different perspectives, looking at things from those other ways. It's not just about looking at it from this one space. And everywhere that you're saying I have particular points of views around that, have that as like a little trigger word or a little trigger sentence rather, to go, ooh, hang on, have I gone into a little bit of judgment here? Am I actually truly being an allowance of that particular situation? And am I looking at this from all spaces, not just my blinkered point of view? Okay. And the last card I've got for you in there is connection. So I know that you're a very, very connected being. I know that you're a multidimensional being and that you play the multidimensions all the time. What we're asking for, what your team is asking for here, is remembering how to connect up with all the parts and pieces of yourself. I know that just went a little bit religious, but anyhow, all the parts and pieces of yourself. Okay, so it's about remembering how to connect in with like your body, your being, your business, the earth, the sky, your spirit team, and having and money, cash, wealth, and abundance, and allowing all of those energies to actually play together. Because at the moment it feels like you're a little bit scattered, like you're busy searching too much for other things when it's actually all within you anyway. So just have a look at where you're feeling maybe a little bit disconnected and bring those elements back into play properly. Okay, hope that helps. Let's have a yummy card for Annette, hey? Let's see. Hi, Carly. And don't forget, guys, for a little bit more of an extended reading, feel free to do a little donation into PayPal. That would be super cool. Very grateful. Dream, Annette. Dream, dream, dream. Dream. So I know that you astral travel. So I'm just hearing that in your astral travels, ask for the answers to some of the questions that you've got going on right now. Okay? So in your traveling, while you're sleeping, have it be a little bit more effective rather than just going zooming all over the place, because you have the ability to be a little bit more directional with your astral travel. Okay? Enjoy. And also take time to rest. Tina, yes, I probably do. Is there anything in particular, Tina, that you would like me to have a look at? Okay. All right. Let's have a look. See what time Tina's got. Hello, Tina's team. Hi, Kimmy. Thank you for joining us. So, everybody, where are you from? Chuck it in the comments below. I'd love to know. I know some of you are Adelaideans, but I'd like to know if everybody's from Adelaide. I know Mila's from Sydney, where they have pews and skills. Oh, wow, Maryland. Awesome. Thank you for tuning in, Tina. That's awesome. Alrighty. All right. So what I'm hearing to start off with is that the Shield Yourself card came up. So do you feel a little bit attacked by something or someone at the moment? Like there seems to be a feeling like, you know, like this is something getting at you, getting under your skin. So it might be time to just really allow yourself to be the dominant entity of your life. This is one of the things that we talk about in my sessions, is becoming the dominant entity of your life. So in this regard, what happens is when you're not being the dominant entity of your life, you'll become like the pebble at the bottom of a really raging river. Okay, so what happens with that is when you're the pebble at the bottom of the really raging river, like the river moves around you and it bumps you around side to side, boom, 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 and you constantly feel unsettled. So when you're the dominant entity of your life, what happens is you become the observer of the river rather than the pebble at the bottom. Okay, so what we're really looking at is, where are you not truly choosing to be the dominant entity of your life? And if you're not choosing to be the dominant entity of your life, there might be some trauma there that is asking to be healed. There might be some instances there, whether they be from this lifetime or another lifetime, that are asking to come up and actually be sorted and healed so that you can continue on in your journey with a lot more ease. Okay. The next card that we have is, have you asked your angels for help with this? Okay, so your angels are your spirit team. When I get this card come out, I don't think of specific angels. I think spirit team. Okay, so your team, your energetic team that's around you, is asking you to lean on them a little bit more and to seek a little bit, like, you can reach out to them and ask them for some more guidance. A really great, I don't know how often you speak with your team. We'll see what they say. Like, I got from them, but I'd like to know what you say. How often do you speak to your spirit team or your guides, if you like? Cool. Yeah, they're also asking you to take ownership of those steps, and like they'll give you guidance, but at the same time, they'll give you awarenesses more so, but at the end of the day, the choice is yours to act on them or not. Okay, you don't have to do everything by yourself though. And I'm also getting that you may have some entity work to do. So you've got some entities that are floating around you that are not helping you very much. So you may find that if you allow yourself to have some energetic work by an energy facilitator of some sort, whether it be an online session or a in-person session, that would really help you. But it's somebody who's got capacities with entities will really help you with that too. Okay, and again, the last card we've got for you is to listen to your intuitive feelings. So it's time for you to really ramp up your trust in your intuitive feelings. Okay. And allowing yourself to learn what is actually true for you without going into everybody else's projections and expectations. Okay. I hear you. I can feel it. It's like right through here, I'm getting a lot of like crinkling eyes, like you're frowning a lot right now, and it's like, I just want to wrap you up in a big hug and go and run your bars, to be quite honest, because it will help a lot. But yeah, so what that means is not taking you out to the pub for a drink. So access bars, for those of you who don't know, hi Tracy, is there's 32 points on the head, and they just get really lightly touched by the practitioner. And what they do is they release the tension, the energetic imprinting, if you like, of all of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you're exposed to on a day-to-day basis. Righty-ho. Cool. Yeah, I can see that would make you feel quite tense and uptight for sure. And especially in hospitals and things, there's a lot of entities floating around there. Okay, so again, please expand out. Actually, I might just take you all through that now. All right, so along with that breathing exercise that we did just before, okay, of breathing in Mother Earth and breathing out and letting Father Sky come down, I'd like you to right now just close your eyes. All right, just have that another nice big deep breath. And now become aware of your body all the way down to the cells and molecules of your body. Okay? All the way down. Keep going internal. Keep going down to the protons and the neutrons. And now keep going till you see all the space, even within the nuclei. Okay? Just perceive the fact that you are infinite space within, that you are indeed 99.99999% space. Okay? Now expanding out your awareness to the size of the room that you're in, expanding out your awareness to the size of the building you're in, expanding out your awareness to the size of the city you're in or the town that you're in a big, big bubble up into the sky and down into the earth. Expanding out your awareness to the size of the country that you're in, and now to the size of the planet. Expanding out your awareness to the size of the solar system and the galaxies and the universes. Expanding out your awareness to the size beyond the lifetimes, dimensions, realities, and non-realities. Okay. And now keeping nice and expanded out, begin to focus on your body again and grab your sense of allowance. And expand that out. Expand it out to the size of the room, size of the building, size of your country, up into the sky and down into the earth like a nice big bubble, size of the planet, to the size of the solar system, the size of the galaxies, and the universes. Expanding out your awareness beyond the size of the lifetimes, dimensions, realities, and non-realities. Now expanding out your awareness expanding out your allowance beyond your awareness. Okay, take a big deep breath in. Mother Earth moving up, remember. Father Sky moving down. Okay. You are now the dominant entity of your life right this moment. If you followed that all the way through, and it's really simple and easy, okay? That's the slow way of doing it. Okay? When you've expanded out like that, you become the dominant entity of your life. So you're no longer that pebble at the bottom of the river anymore. You are observing the river, the country, the planet, everything. You can then allow yourself to be able to see possibilities and options that you couldn't see before. Okay? Beautiful. You're welcome, Tina. You're very, very welcome. And remembering, of course, that people choose sickness for reasons too. Just because it doesn't match what we would choose doesn't make it a wrongness. Okay? All we can do is support them in their choices. Okay? Oh dear, dear. Let me have a drink of water now. Oh, and don't forget, people, if you would like to have a bit longer reading, feel free to pop in a little donation. It's in the show notes. Be very super grateful. There is, of course, always the chance to book in a session, online session with me. If you head over craftingpossibilities.com, you can do my online sessions, and they're 1 hour, and at the moment they're still at a super cheap price of $65. They are certainly worth a hell of a lot more than that, and I know that, but I wish to connect with you all in a longer, deeper way. So I'm keeping things reasonably cheap right now, not to devalue myself, but to give people a chance to connect with me. Okay. Beautiful. All righty. Thank you, Brooke. Just for that, I'll say fish and chips, but I say fish and chips, not fish and chops. Oh dear. Alrighty, Kim, you got it. You asked very nicely. How could I say no? Well, it's choice. It's all choice, all right? Okay. Skulking. Sucking up. Oh dear, Brooke, there's certainly a bit of a cheeky thing in there, isn't there? I could say something very cheeky. Depending on who was on right now. All right, Kim. Is there anything in particular that you'd like me to have a look at, my dear? All right. Kim, we've got 3 cards that have come out. Okay, we've got life review. All right, so it's asking you to be having a look at things where your team is saying, hey, have a look at your life. Figure out what is actually working for you, what's not. Be really brutally honest with you right now. And just see what is actually true and what lights you up. So again, tapping back into those questions at the start, where we were talking about the values factor by John DeMartini, where we're talking about the energy of the life that you truly desire. If you actually start tapping into the energy of the life that you truly desire, and what does that feel like, then you can actually look at your life as it is right now and go, does that match? And if it doesn't match, there's your chance to let it go. Okay, now that can be anything from cleaning out your closet, from looking at your friend circle, from looking at what interests you have, to looking at what food and drink you eat, to looking at how you spend your time, what job you're in. This is your team is saying you've got to do a lot of decluttering right now. All right, and some of it's physical, some of it is energetic. They're saying to you, hey, you've got to really take a good hard look at where you're spending your time right now. Okay. The next thing is that you're also very sensitive to energies that are going on, okay, which might be making you feel like you don't really want to do too much. So again, going along with the life review card, they're basically saying, hey, instead of spending your time hiding away and not doing a lot, start being a bit more proactive, okay? So use the sensitivity to your advantage, all right? And allow yourself to take ownership of you and your life, and allow yourself to actually honor your feelings about what actually lights you up and what does not, all right? And the last card we have for you is compassion. So it's asking you to just soften your heart, soften your space for you, all right? You're going to need to wrap yourself up with a lot of unconditional love right now, because there'll be a bit of grieving going on while you release some things that are not actually serving you, okay? So be kind to you while you go through this decluttering process, but at the same token, allow yourself the space to honor you, to really tap into what is actually lighting you up. Marie Kondo is actually amazing for looking at that and tuning in on what, when you're looking at decluttering your personal stuff, like, and I actually really love her process of whenever you're choosing to let things go, to take that item, whatever it might be, and thank it for having been in your life. And then with gratitude, say, I would now release you. You know, thank you so much for being in my life. I'm grateful for you. And then you can let it go. Okay. Same with people. You know, we don't have to have really harsh endings with relationships. So many people think that there's got to be huge amounts of trauma and drama and all that sort of thing. There really truly doesn't. There really truly doesn't. And thank you, Kim. I'm glad that made sense. Oh dear. Okay, let's have a look at your yummy card. Ooh, which one is it? Okay. And be receptive. Be receptive to things that do light you up. Allow yourself the space to open up to new possibilities. Okie dokie. You're welcome, Kim. I'm glad that was able to help you. Alrighty. Card. Okay, Mr. Brooke. I don't think we've got anybody else in here. Does anybody else would like a reading? Would anybody else like to have a quick reading? If you do, let me know. This is heaps of fun, by the way. Thank you all so much for coming to join me. So fun being my very first show on my own. Brooke, you'd like a wee reading? Okay. Your team's funny. Oh boy. Okay. Trusting in the process. You ready, Brooke? Like I said, trusting in the process. So we've got the vaginal canal to start off with you. Okay, so this is a card about being open and having a look at different possibilities that are showing up in your world right now. So really it's looking at, are you choosing the familiar because it's easy and you know what to expect, or are you going to choose the unfamiliar? So what you really need to have a look at is, where are you choosing to place your actions, in the familiar, or are you actually going to make that choice to go into the unfamiliar space? Okay, so that's the first card. Within that, this is a time of, we're looking at the wolf card here, of looking at, who you can trust. Okay, we've spoken about this before, where it's like really looking at your intuition and working from that space, asking the questions, allowing yourself to expand out first before you ask those questions, so that you can have a look at what is actually true for you, what's not true for you, where you might be choosing, like from the first card, the familiar rather than the unfamiliar, which the unfamiliar may actually create more for you, but it's uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar. So it's about looking at, what are you actually truly choosing, and where are you choosing that from? Okay. And your last card, okay, is the lunar eclipse, which is about embracing your shadows and what are you keeping in the shadows. Okay, so with embracing your shadows, it's about looking at all the aspects of you, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. And if you can have gratitude for all of that, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome, you'll actually be able to embrace that and allow yourself to be calm with that. Okay, so time to start doing a little bit more journaling around those aspects that are your shadow side that you've been trying to avoid. And it's time to look at all the ways that those things have actually fed into the things that have kept you safe, maybe the things that are teaching you something, maybe helping you remember something, and turning those shadow aspects into moments of gratitude. Okay, because when you can actually breathe gratitude into those shadow sides of you, then you'll be able to allow yourself to grow out and shift and expand a bit more, and then you'll be able to choose from those choose those unfamiliar aspects with a lot more confidence. Okay, and we didn't end up with anything too full on as far as lady pictures goes. Let's have a look, see what your yummy smelly card is. And all in all, keep laughing. We've got humor here. So keep laughing, my friend. Keep laughing. Because laughter really does shift energies around incredibly dynamically. And so that's what your team is asking for. Keep bringing the lightness, because that is one of your talents. That's one of your gifts to the world, is your lightness. And with you enjoying your humor, you encourage others to do the same. And that was fun to bring those cards out for Brooke. That was a set called the Sacred Cycles. It was gifted to me by my soul sister in New Zealand. So I'm very grateful for her gifting those to me for my birthday. They're really cool cards. They have like little journal prompts in them. So they come out in my one-on-one sessions quite often at the moment. And I love it. I love it. You're so welcome, Brooke. Okay. Annette, Holly wants a reading. Is Holly watching my show? Is that your beautiful daughter? She's watching my show. That'd be cool. And Brooke, don't you mean you require laughter? Does Holly want me to ask any specific questions, or is she just after something general? I giggle all the time. That's because I'm living the life that I actually truly desire. Okay. Thank you, Holly. Okay, here we go. Yes. See what Holly's team has to say. Holly, have you got some funky smells around you at the moment? I'm smelling dog fart. And I don't have a dog. I need one more card in here. Your mum's cooking is stinky. That's funny. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? I agree, Zeus is a bit sticky sometimes. See, the smell's gone now. Feels better. Okay, sweet pea. You got to establish some more boundaries, honey bun. So along with those beautiful aspects of connecting in with earth and sky, so you're balancing out that masculine and feminine, they're also asking you to remember who you are and to remember where other energies are coming into your world and where you might be biomimetically mimicking other people's pains and pathways. Okay, so you've got to set up, if you notice that there's things that you're choosing that wouldn't normally be your choices, return that to senders with consciousness attached and create a bit of a boundary there, okay? Because at the moment it feels like you're allowing yourself to be washed up in somebody else's stuff, okay? So be sovereign within yourself, remembering that expanding out process that I just took you guys through. But within that, within your heart and your space, it's just like there's an element where they're asking you to really strengthen up, and you'll notice with the rest of these cards, they're asking you to really strengthen up what it is to be you, okay? And to be really persistent in reaffirming those boundaries, and also be really persistent in knowing and recognizing what's not you, okay, and what energies aren't you that are coming through. So they're just saying, be very aware, very discerning of other people's pains and pathways coming through you. Now, within that, you've got some pretty freaking amazing healing capacities, and that could be why those energies are coming through you. And that's your choice as to whether you tap into your healing abilities or not, okay? So in the meantime, until you feel like, yes, I can do that and I would wish to do that for that person, return it to centers with consciousness attached, so that then they can actually deal with it themselves, okay? It doesn't have to come through you. The last card we've got is about scanning your body, okay? So have a look at what areas, like a really good time to do this is just before you go to sleep and just when you wake up in the morning, and having a look at the energies that are stored within your body, and you can just release them off to the universe, to creator, to whatever, to just allow them to come off of your body and let them go. Okay, so it's a really nice process to, like, you just start from the crown or the feet, whichever way works for you, but just do a wee scan of your body and just releasing those things off. You can, even if you start at your feet and do a scan up, you can also then bring in the unconditional love, which is a bright white pearlescent light, and come up through your body from your feet all the way to the crown. And as it moves up through your body, it will, you can ask for it to start releasing, okay, those things up to the universe to be cleansed and cleared, not to return to you again. All right, so just a couple of little practical tools for you in there, but you're a freaking amazing sparkly being. I mean, gosh, look at that. Whoa. Be very grounded. All right, my sweet, hope that helps. And oh, we've got to do a nummy card for you. Yummy, yummy card. Again, we got purification for you, my darling. So definitely bringing in those light and bright energies for you. Okay, sweet pea. Enjoy. And within that purification process is just remembering that the unconditional love feels amazing. Really amazing. So, you're welcome, Holly. You're so welcome. Alrighty. Righty. All right. Jocelyn, just because it's my very first show on my own, I had some great training on some other shows on intuitive focus. So if you ever get a chance to check out intuitive focus shows, they are really great. So Brooke does his intuitive focus shows on a Thursday at 8 p.m. and he does Sunday live and chilled over on Sundays. I think is it 9? I think 8 or 9 o'clock at night, Adelaide time. All of them brilliant shows, and he's over there with Carly and Tracy on a Sunday, and he'll sometimes do Thursdays on his own. Sometimes he'll have other people like me on his show, which is pretty freaking awesome. And sometimes you'll find I might have guests on my show too, like my Friday show. So Jocelyn, do you have anything that you would like me to have a look at specifically, or are you just after something a little bit more general? And this will probably be my last reading of the night. Had a big week. Awesome. Thank you, Annette and Holly. I adore you. adore you both. Okay. All right. Jocelyn. We've got the clairvoyance card that's popped up. Okay, so this is about helping you with your spiritual sight so that you can see clearly the signs and signals from the universe that's coming into your world. So this is right now. This is happening for you. Okay, so with that, you might be noticing you seeing different things in your world that you've never seen before. It can be all sorts of things. You might be starting to notice more often than not little synchronicities with numbers, with symbols, with things like feathers. You might be noticing different stuff, like you might even be seeing a little bit more entity awareness. I'm getting a big fucking yes on that one. So you might be seeing like orbs or shadows moving across the edge of your eye line. You might be seeing things even more greater detail than that. At the moment, they're saying this is all perfect. You're meant to be doing that right now. Embrace it, and maybe get also teamed up with some people who are already on that path and have been for a little while to help you to develop those skills a little bit more. Okay. The next question we've got, or next card we've got, is for within the next 3 months or so. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this. You're going to be seeing a lot more symbology. You're going to be understanding that symbology a lot more. So over this next 3 months or so, this short-term period of time, you're going to be seeing and really integrating the knowledge that you are going to be learning and are learning right now, and remembering. You're going to be opening a lot of places within your being and within your mind of remembering all of this knowledge that you've already got. It's just all stored away. And so this is the time where you're going to be opening all of those knowledge banks back open, and it's going to be starting to integrate into a really deep way for you. So that's really freaking exciting, right? And throughout all of this, and over the next 6 months especially, you have to nurture yourself, okay? Because as you're shifting, changing, and growing super dynamically and really, really fast, you're going to have to remember to nurture your beautiful, sweet body. And it's because it's going to require it. All right, you're on a massive spiritual journey right now, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But the body also requires time to catch up and to allow yourself to just breathe. All right, so doing things like grounding, and expanding, like that lovely little expanding tool that I took you all through. If you didn't catch it, you'll have to watch. Go back and watch it. But within that, please spend time in nature. Go outside. If you can't get to the forest or the bush or the oceans or the lakes or whatever, just go outside and look up. Spend some time with the sun and breathe. Okay, spend some time just doing long, slow, deep breaths. And if you can, go out to a park somewhere and pop your feet on the ground for a little bit, just to really allow your body to feel earth. okay, and feel the nurturing of that. And much like you see these angels around here, that's also asking, your team is saying, please include us as part of your nurturing. Okay, allow them to assist you to bring that unconditional love through you and around you when you start feeling those wobbles coming in, because they will crop up over the next 6 months. Just allow them to come in, and when you're feeling really alone, allow them to come in, ask for them to come in and wrap you up in a nice big hug. Okay, because they are there. And remembering, of course, that your spirit team is full of beings, not only angels, but they're also family members who are there for your highest and best. Okay, so bring them in, allow them to hold you close, to hug you, and allow you to remember that you are fully supported, not only by Mother Earth and Father Sky and all the planets and everything, but you're also supported by your spirit team. Okay. Thank you, Jocelyn. And let's give you a nice, yummy card. I'm really excited for you, Jocelyn. That's a really cool reading. And we get understanding. Okay. So again, be an allowance of this process that you're going to be going through, and be really kind and gentle to yourself. And when you start coming out with weird shit, like your mouth just opens and all this stuff starts coming out, be okay with that. Just sort of allow it to happen, because if you resist and react to it, it's going to make the whole process a lot harder. Okay, because what we resist persists. Alrighty, beautiful ones. Thank you so much for coming to play today. I'm so incredibly grateful for every single one of you, and I will be back next Friday, but before that, I'll be back on Tuesday for Tasty Tuesdays, where I will be with the amazing, incredible, you're welcome, Jocelyn, Lucy Butler, who is a coach. She is a energy facilitator. She is a mum and an absolute stunner and fitness freak. But she wouldn't like me calling her a fitness freak, but I still think she's a fitness freak. She is compared to me. We just work in different ways. And, she's just an incredible person and really knows her shit when it comes to women's development and well-being and health. And she has some incredible recipes and things like that she shares with her people, that her followers and the people, her clients, and even people who just visit her website. She's got some absolutely delicious recipes over there. She's all about heart health, head health, well-being health, women's health, couples health, just children's health, everything. She's just incredible. She's an absolutely incredible being, and I'm really looking forward to spending some time with her on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Alrighty, beautiful ones. I hope you have an absolutely incredible weekend. I will see you next week. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.